Safe. Well, he is an avid diver, a world traveler, and he's at home when he's underwater studying everything from sharks to reefs. Fabien Cousteau not only carries a strong message about the ocean, but carries the legacy of his grandfather, Jacques Cousteau. Today, he stopped by our studios for a glimpse into his life and the message he's trying to send. And Fabien Cousteau, thanks so much for joining us here today. I know you've had a busy day. Your passport has quite a few stamps in it, I'm sure. I know as you travel the world. You travel the world promoting your nonprofit, Plant a Fish. Can you tell me more about where that came from and how important that is for you?
Well, it's very simple. You know, trees and tree planting represents environmental restoration on land. Fish represent water, the oceans. Why does restoration stop at the waterline? Why not plant fish?
And how often do you travel really promoting this message? Is it every week or once a month? I mean, are you hitting classrooms, communities all across the United States?
Of course. I try and reach as many people as possible, whether they be adults or younger folks. Of course, the younger folks are always my favorite humans because nothing's impossible for them.
Well, and speaking of, this morning you were at Gulfstream School in Delray Beach. I know we have a photo with you and the kids. How were they this morning? How was that experience?
Oh, it was amazing. The kids at the Gulfstream School were just... It was a wonderful way to start the day, and very enthusiastic, lots of questions. I wish all my days would start that way.
What did the kids ask? What are they most interested in when they talk to you?
You know, kids have this insatiable curiosity, so it's everything from how can they help with the restoration, how can we raise an army of kids for restoration, to what my favorite creature is. It's just an unending series of questions. I was there, I could have been there for another few hours, but they had school.
Well, you spent a lot of time as a youngster down here diving off the reefs in South Florida and in the Keys. Almost 30 years ago, you've had some experience to see these reefs change. In your mind, how have they changed?
Well, since I was a few decades ago, younger, they've changed drastically. And it's still a wonderful place to come, still a wonderful place to dive. But the reefs all around the Caribbean, and notably in Florida, are showing great signs of stress, especially over the last couple of decades. So we really have to pay attention, because they're the nurseries of the ocean. They're the rainforests. They're the cities of the ocean, if you will.
And I'd be remiss without talking about the Gulf oil spill. The whole country was wrapped around it last summer. Your experience with that, the impact, and how are things looking right now in your eyes?
Well, you know, out of sight is out of mind, unfortunately. And even though the Gulf oil spill really didn't hit Florida very much, and the beaches are still in great shape, the water is nice enough to go swimming in, the oil didn't magically disappear. It's at the bottom. And we need to understand that we're going to be paying for those repercussions for the next several decades.
Thanks so much for the work you do around our area and around the country. Appreciate it. Fabien Cousteau.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Fabien is currently involved in two initiatives involving mangrove restoration and coral reef restoration here in South Florida and down in the Keys. We've put a link to his website on WPTV.com. Just click on the Scene on 5 tab for more information. We just scratched the surface for this gentleman. His legacy with Jacques Cousteau being a grandson, there's a whole other interview there that we can go to, but what he's doing is great, and it's great awareness for everyone.
That must have been a lot of fun to meet him and just
great,
pick his brain for a while, and kudos to him for spending his time. Like you say, he could be doing a lot of other things, but instead he's spending his time helping us refurbish our, coral reef and mangroves and everything else. That's really fantastic.
Told him we need more people like him out there.
We sure do.
We certainly appreciate
Amen
that.
to that.